Time for Tiger Talk, heard before each Salem Tiger baseball game with Stan Stevens and Coach Tony Edwards. Tiger Talk is being brought to you by Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon with Alicia Watson, Candy Mink, and myself, Katie Carty. Now for Tiger Talk on KSMO Media.
Welcome to Tiger Talk. Stan Stevens, Coach Tony Edwards, coach of Salem Tigers, took on the Kabul Bulldogs and 15 run them in 3 innings. Kabul Bulldogs, not one of the better teams that we're going to face this year, but still the Tigers took advantage of every single gift they gave us. 5 different errors, walks, hit batsmen, and then you're putting the ball in play, Coach. When you get all that going, it doesn't take long to start basically destroying another team.
No, you're certainly right there. It was we were very fortunate enough to find a way to put the bat on the ball, and like you said, take advantage of some costly errors on the Bulls' part, and take advantage of the base on balls and put the ball in play, and we did that. We did a good job of not giving in to the bad pitches and taking what they give you. And yeah, like you said, landed to a 15 run win. So yeah, we'll take it. And some games are prettier than others, and some are ugly. So, but regardless, a win's a win, and it's something we got to build on.
It is a win, and it is a win. It is a win. However, it's always good to see some of your players coming through with clutch hits and add their RBI totals. Nice triple by Silas DuBois in the game. Cash Howard continues to drive in runs for you with singles here and there, or double here and there. And you got other guys like Hayden Ragsdale. He came through with another big single or another 2-run single, just like he did again last week. Good to see those guys coming in, Coach, that you don't play every single game, that they're contributing.
Yeah, that's the key right there to a good baseball team is when your number's called, rising to the occasion, having that mindset that you're ready to go whenever a coach raises his hand and calls your name out. So yeah, it's good to see these guys are kind of find a way within themselves and hitting them down the lineup. Not just 1 through 5, but 6 through 9, and like I said before, that's kind of given us an advantage against most of our opponents. And it's allowed us to put runners in scoring position and put guys on base at the top of the lineup. And, we was able to capitalize here recently. So, yeah, it's good to see, and hopefully we can continue with that going forward as well.
Today you take on the Bears of Willow Springs at Willow Springs. Sometimes a tough place to play, Coach. This is a bit more of an experienced team that you've seen in the last couple of games. They got 4 seniors, I think 5 or 6 or 7 juniors. So these guys know how to play ball. They've seen what Salem has in the past. They know what you're going to be throwing at them. This could be a very, very tight ball game today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and like I said before, we always have the mindset of every SCA conference game. We expect every game to be close, and that's our mindset is to just keep going with our good pitching and keep hitting the bat on the ball and try to keep fielding our baseball as cleanly as possible on the field. So, yeah, Willow Springs is always going to be a tough little matchup. They always seem to have a couple good pitchers that keep you off on your toes a little bit. Like to mix up their off speed, and we have to do a good job of just sitting back, relax, and being patient, like we have been, and put the ball in play. We'll see what happens. But yeah, Willow's always one that will sneak up on you if you allow them to. So we got to have our heads on top.
Always seems that the Willow field is prone to a lot of bad hops, Coach, and it doesn't matter what team you play for. It can happen to anybody, but it does kind of put the fielders a little bit at edge a lot of times when they're getting that ball hit right at them, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's one of those things where, no matter what ballpark you play at, I mean, nobody's, our park's not even perfect, but, it's one of those things where, as a player, you just have to understand that I'm going to try to keep that ball in front of me as much as possible, whether it's the infield or an outfield, and try to keep that routine as basic as possible, and minimize any possible opportunities to give any extra base hits to the opponent. So, yeah, it's one of those things where as a player's mindset, they've got to figure out that sometimes I just got to reduce my attack and just make sure I field it cleanly and keep the ball in front so no extra bases will occur.
All right, Coach, for the very best today at Willow Springs against the Bears at SCA play. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks, Stan. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Stay tuned. Tiger Baseball, it is next.
Thank you, Stan. That's been Tiger Talk with Coach Tony Edwards, brought to you as a courtesy of the Looking Glass Salon and Flying W Boutique. Stay tuned. Salem Tiger Baseball is next.
Ooma.
What was that?
That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm, I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business calm at ooma.com/radio.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body?
Huh?
That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
It's time for Salem Tigers Spring Sports on KSMO Media, being brought to you by Town & Country Bank, Farm Bureau Insurance, Country Mart, The Bank of Salem, Napa Mooney Auto Supply, Town Screen LLC, Tax Masters, Town & Country Insurance, City of Salem, Southwest Baptist University, Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, Riverways Federal Credit Union, Salem License Bureau, Jet Tire and Auto, Legends Automotive, LLC, Discount Bins of Salem, American Family Insurance, Looking Glass Salon, Candy Mink and Katie Carty, Flying W Boutique, New Life Auto, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center, Inc., United Country Salem Realty, Babette Wells, Broker Owner, On the Spot Auto Glass, Hubs Tire Center, Technology Junkyard, Prevention Coalition of Dent County, K&H Auto Supply, your world today. Now, Tiger Sports on KSMO Radio, AM 1340 and 95.7 FM, and streaming on KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube.
And welcome to Willow Springs. Stan Stevens along with you here for Tiger Sports on a beautiful afternoon. A little breezy. That breeze blowing directly in from center field, and it could affect the play today. We'll just have to wait and see. The Tigers go against the Bears today. Key SCA contest. Salem coming in 3-0. Bears 1-1 in the SCA, and this game kind of pivotal because Tigers will be taking on Thayer on Monday, and then they've got Mountain Grove and Mountain View still left to play. And those games, again, will be coming up here in the next 2 weeks. So the Tigers need to get this one in the bag. And, of course, this is not an easy Bears team. It's an experienced team, and they will give the Tigers a run for their money today. They need to win to stay in the hunt for the SCA title. A loss for the Salem Tigers suddenly opens up a whole new bag of worms. So we'll see what happens. First off, I want to thank ladies at Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon for sponsoring our Tiger Talk. Stop by, see Alicia, Candy, or Katie, 101 West 4th Street downtown. That's your friends at Flying W Boutique and the Looking Glass Salon. And thanks United Country Salem Realty for sponsoring our intro to Tiger Baseball. Babette Walls, the broker owner, 573-729-3148, or stop by 605 South Main Street. Always like thanking our great sponsors to make it possible for us to bring you Tiger Sports, like Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center, Dr. Ashley Cunningham, 573-729-4031. Stop by 900 West City Cruise Boulevard, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center Incorporated, Dr. Ashley Cunningham. Tigers and Bears coming up here at Willow Springs Booster Field. We're going to take a 90-second break for our national anthem and come back with the first pitch. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media. Back in 90 seconds.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for road trips. We're for covering as much ground as possible on 2, 4, or 18 wheels. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, pickup trucks, and dump trucks. We're for displaying Missouri plates like Medals of Pride. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck behind a tractor on a 2-lane highway. And if you're a Missouri driver, we have an auto policy for you.
I'm Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're in Dent County, I've got you covered.
Have you checked out the Country Mart website at www.tcmarkets.com? If not, you really need to. You'll find their weekly specials, coupons, inside the store information, and also tasty recipes from TC Markets on there as well. Plus, don't forget to like Country Mart's Facebook page. Like or comment on it for a chance to win something from the deli, and the winner will be announced on Wednesday each week. Just another reason to shop at Country Mart in Salem.
Spring is in the air. It's time to organize your finances, and at the Bank of Salem, we are here to help. From checking and savings accounts, certificate of deposits, IRAs, loans, and even safe deposit boxes, we've got you covered. Come in and let one of our friendly employees help you get organized. The Bank of Salem, neighbors serving neighbors since 1883. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back to Willow Springs. National Anthem has now been played, and we're about ready to get this one underway here as the Salem Tigers will be in their road gray pants, their navy blue tops on their Carolina blue jerseys, and, of course, Willow Springs in their burgundy. They have that as the bottom part of their jerseys and the arm sleeves. They have white pants on, and the top of their jerseys on the shoulder caps and down below. A little bit of a white top on there as well. Their numbers are white outlined with burgundy. Salem Tigers numbers are white outlined in Carolina blue. So the starting line for the Salem Tigers, it is being brought to you as a courtesy of Flying W Boutique and the Looking Glass Salon. Silas DuBois will be leading it off for the Salem Tigers. He'll be doing the catching today. Cade Mooney will be in center field. He'll be batting second. Roy Stevens at shortstop bats third. Corby Ball, the cleanup man, will be in left field today. Cash Howard out in right field bats fifth. Blake Edwards doing the pitching today. He'll be batting in the sixth slot. Briar Bobbitt will be batting seventh. He'll be playing first base today. Jackson Ralston at third base. Bats eighth. Hunter Cope, the DH, will be batting ninth. And Kane Barrett will be at second base doing the fielding work for the Salem Tigers there. For the Willow Springs Bears, Braxton Wilbanks will get the start today. He'll be leading off as well. He'll be following the order by Chase Rogers. Jacob Roberts will be in center field. Chase will be at shortstop today. Dayton Kaufman will be in right field batting fourth. Jethro Gillum will be doing the catching today. He'll be batting in the fifth slot. Ethan Moss at first base. He bats sixth. Chris McCune will be at third base batting seventh. Joe Mansfield at second base bats eighth. And Grady Riga will be in left field. And he'll be batting in the number 9 slot. So Will Banks, a right-hander, tall right-hander, on the hill today for the Bears. There is railroad tracks here at Willow Springs. I think if anybody's listened before knows, sometimes during the middle of the game, you'll hear the trains come through. Of course, we are here on a virtually cloudless day. Just a few high, thin clouds have now made their way in. Very high, thin cirrus clouds. But they're not affecting anything. So brilliant sunshine. That's off to the right side. So left fielder may have a little issue as the day goes on, or maybe the third baseman. But that should be about it for the field today. Salem comes in with a 7-2-1 record. And again, 3-0 in the SCA. Salem will be at home to face Waynesville. That game will start at 4:30 on Friday, and that is kind of weather permitting. But it looks like we're going to be able to get that one in. And we'll be there to bring it to you on KSMO Radio as well as video streaming on KSMO Media. So we hope you can attend the game, but if you can't, feel free to stream it with us on KSMO Media Friday afternoon, starting with Tiger Talk coach Tony Edwards at about 4:15. Quick reminder, the boys game with Thayer Monday that was to be at Thayer is going to be at the Salem High School. Now, Thayer will be the home team, but because of the flood damage to their field, which pretty well wiped out their home run fence and a lot of their left field line, they're going to be at Salem. So that will create another home game, but it won't be a home game because, again, Thayer will be the home team. But the game will be at Salem on Monday, and we'll be there to bring it to you on KSMO Radio, 1340 AM, 95.7. And we'll be video streaming it on KSMO Media. That's KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube. Silas DuBois stands in, batting from the left side. He's the first one up in today's game. Silas had a big 2 RBI triple against Kabul on Monday. First pitch comes in way high. Off-speed pitch. Tigers are hitting up and down the lineup against Kabul as they beat them 18-3. Pitch comes into Silas. There's a smash. One hopper to second baseman. He fields and throws him out. Heck of a play made by Joe Mansfield. That ball short hopped him, and Mansfield stayed with it. 4-3 on the putout. Ball was hit hard by Silas right at Joe Mansfield. And again, the young man stuck it out, took that short hop, gloved it, was able to throw him out by plenty. Gene Moody will stand in. Moody playing center field today. First pitch in from Wilbanks to him. A curveball in for a strike. Stevens is on deck. We're at the top of the first inning. Pitch from Wilbanks comes home. Another curveball and a fly ball in the left field. Fairly well hit, but the wind is blowing in today, and it's taken down there by Frigga. And 2 quick outs for Salem, and Roy Stevens will stand in. Yes, the wind is blowing directly in from center. The ball's up in the air. To get one out of here, you're going to have to crush it. Stevens playing shortstop is in next, adding third in the lineup. Pitch goes back to the screen from Wilbanks. Quickly 2 down here, top of the first. Blake Edwards on the hill for the Salem Tigers. Wilbanks the sign, the pitch way high, inside. Stevens ducks out of the way, and Gillum snares that one up and in. 2-0. Next one to Stevens. Comes home. Fastball swing and a miss. Shoulder high fastball. Stevens let it loose, but was a tad bit slow with that on the fastball. Next one comes home. Curveball in for a strike, inside corner. Corby ball on deck if Roy can keep it going. Salem has nobody on. 2 down. The curveball swing and a miss. Took something off. And Stevens goes down on strikes. First strikeout of the game for Wilbanks. And the Salem Tigers, I think, across in the first inning, they go down 1-2-3. We played half an inning. It's Salem 0 and Willow Springs coming to bat. It's Tiger Baseball. KSMO back in 1 minute.
Let's meet the Town and Country Bank lending team. Andrew Wynn, Sammy Parker, and Doug Barnes. They're here to help you achieve your financial goals with personalized lending solutions tailored just for you. Whether you're looking to buy your dream home, expand your business, or pursue any other financial endeavor, the Town and Country Bank is committed to guiding you through every step. Stop by one of their 2 Salem branches and discover what hometown banking is all about. Town and Country Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 402782.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
Blake Edwards out to the hill for the Salem Tigers. He'll be caught by Silas DuBois. We want to thank our great sponsors that make it possible for us to bring you Tiger Baseball, like Jet Tire and Auto. 800 South Park Avenue, you can go by and not only get great tires, but also brand new wheels and your off-road accessories. Jet Tire and Auto, 573-729-3650, or go online at jettiresandauto.com. Bottom of the inning brought to you by Willie Strader, Farm Bureau Insurance. Remember, they've got you covered, especially with all of your insurance needs. That's right, Farm Bureau Insurance. Get in touch with Willie, 573-729-4941, or drop by 1414 West Scenic Boulevard. The infield, Briar Bobbitt at first base for the Salem Tigers. At second base, Kane Barrett. At shortstop, Roy Stevens. At third base, Jackson Ralston. Around the outfield and right field, Cash Howard. In left, Corby Ball. And down the middle, Caden Moody out in center field. It'll be Braxton Wilbanks leading it off for the Bears. It'll be followed by Jace Rogers and Jacob Roberts. And if everybody gets on, Dayton Coffin bats in the number 4 slot. So Wilbanks will stand in against Blake Edwards. Blake having a good season. It's against Houston. 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, struck out 9, walked 1 in the Salem Tigers 10-0 win. Right-hander Blake Edwards facing the right-hand batter Braxton Wilbanks. Wilbanks taking his time getting the box. He's ready now. Slightly open stance as he faces Edwards. And the first pitch comes in. A fastball lined to foul down the third base line. Ball was on the inside edge. Wilbanks got out in front. 0-1 the count. Sign from Du Bois. Here comes the pitch. Fastball outside corner for strike 2. Fastball right on the edge of the black. Wilbanks steps out, looks back in, gets in. He's ready. Corrals that plate a little bit, and Edwards brings it. And a chopper towards third. Ball is a fair ball, bobbled by Ralston. And that'll be an error. Wilbanks grounded one right on the line, and that might have gone foul, but Jackson Ralston came in and then booted it. And that error starts things out in the bottom of the first inning for Blake Edwards. Jace Rogers will stand in. He's the shortstop today. Pitch outside, ball 1. Wilbanks getting a good lead at first base, held on by Briar Bobbitt. Ralston at third base, pitch running, and ground up the middle, and throw to first is too late. Bobbled there by Barrett, and so the first 2 are on. Barrett got to it, knocked it down, couldn't field it cleanly, and so 2 back-to-back errors. And give Willow Spring first and second with nobody out. Barry just had to flip it over to Stevens to get a force on him with the runner going, but he could not field it cleanly. So 2 errors, a curveball in for a strike to Jacob Roberts. So Blake Edwards going to have to pitch out of a mess. Mentioned in the pregame show how this field is very intimidating. Pitch comes in, a swing and a miss, 0-2. 2 errors back-to-back by the Tigers. Feeling has been better, but they struggled that game at Wigsville. Now swing and a miss. And out is Jacob Roberts. He goes down on the curveball. First strikeout by Blake Edwards. First base occupied. He cannot go on that ball to dirt, even though Silas Du Bois throw it down there. Wilbanks at second. Rogers at first. 1 out for Dayton Kaufman. Crowding that plate as well on Blake Edwards. The pitch comes in. A fastball outside corner for a strike. Kaufman gets back in. Playing right field today. Wilbanks, a short lead at first. A little bit bigger. He's trying to steal. Patch outside. No throw anywhere. Double steal for the Bears. Low and outside, and Silas had to backhand it. No chance to the throw. 1-1 to count. Blake did not hold on to runners very closely, and then Wilbanks had a running start at second. The pitch curveball in for a strike. It's 1-2. Took something off that one, and Kaufman couldn't pull the trigger. Right-handed batter now with runners at second and third. Tigers play halfway at short and second. In at first and third. The pitch comes in, a fastball. Strike 3 call. Right on the outside edge. Second strikeout for Edwards. And Jethro Gillum will be in. Jethro, they're doing their catching today. Right-handed batter. Edwards to Stein from Du Bois. The pitch. Fastball a little low. For the bottom of the first inning, Willow Springs with runners at second and third. Now 2 down. And the pitch comes on. Fastball. Short hopper over to Aaron. Knocks it down, picks it up, throws to first in time to retire the side. 4-3 on the putout. No runs, no hits, 2 errors, and 2 guys left. We've now played a full inning. Our score, Salem nothing, Willow nothing. Back in a minute, it's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Reality check number 29. Moving your checking account shouldn't feel harder than moving to another state. At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We know switching banks can be a pain, so we invented the Easy Switch Kit. If you move your account to Town & Country, we'll do all the work for you. Set up your automatic deposits and withdrawals, and even help close your old account. How easy is that? Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
Farming's hard. To feed the world, farmers have to work the land, brave the elements, and fight the battle against weeds. Weeds reduce crop yields, so prices go up and everybody gets less to eat. But 50 years ago, farmers got a new tool to fight weeds, glyphosate. It kills weeds while protecting the harvest. Time and again, it has been approved by the EPA and by leading regulatory bodies around the world. It helps enable practices that reduce erosion and keep soil healthy, which is good for the earth. Farming's hard, but it's a little easier with glyphosate. Learn more at go.bayer.com/glyphosate. Paid for by Bayer.
All right, thanks. All right, welcome back to Willow Springs. A little disconnection there. No score in this one. Coming up is Kohler B-Ball, followed by Cash Howard, and then Blake Edwards. No score. We're in the top of the second inning. Braxton Wilbanks, the right-hander, brings it to Ball, right down the middle of the fastball. Corby taking all the way on that one. Straight away for Corby in the infield and in the outfield. Playing deep behind first and third as well. The pitch comes home. A curveball misses, low and away outside, 1-1. Tigers and Bears in SCA play on this great Wednesday afternoon as Wilbanks brings home the next. Curveball, ooh, a nice change. Took a little something off that curveball. The previous one had a little more steam. That one a little slower. Tipped over at the knees, and it's 1-2. Corby deep in the box. The pitch, slow curve, and a pop-up foul backing out of play. He kind of hung that one. And Corby fouled it off. Ball just kind of had hit me written all over it, but Corby got a little bit underneath it. And a 1-2 pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss. Struck him out. Reaching for that outside fastball. Wilbanks with 2 strikeouts now. Cash Howard stands in. Batting from the left side. Cash right on top of that plate. Pitch comes in from Wilbanks. That's high and outside. Ball 1. Ashman consistently getting RBIs this year. And averaging over 1 hit per game. He stands in. Batting 5th today in the lineup as the pitch comes home. Swing and a miss on a ball down and in. Cash tried to get underneath that one, but he missed it. All bounced back to the screen. 1 out here in the second inning. Wind blowing in today at Willow. As Howard waits the pitch. Swing and a miss and a ball tailing away from him. And it's 2-2. One out. We're in the top of the second inning. Next one comes home, but ball hit him. Howard's hit the foot by that one. Breaking ball down and in, and he'll go to first base. Their first Tiger base runner. Willow had 2 on by virtues of errors. It all started with an error. It did. But Blake Edwards able to pitch out of that mess. He's at the plate right now. Pitch outside, goes back to the screen. Howard down to second base. They'll throw it down that way offline. Gillum picked it up. Kind of gave it a desperation heave. And Howard on the wild pitch is down to second base. Play was not close, and actually was about 10 feet off the bag, taken there by second baseman Mansfield. Edwards waiting. 1-0 comes home. It's low and away. Nice scoop there by Gillum. Keeps Howard from going to third. Not a lot of room behind the plate here at Willow Springs. Has some wood, but sometimes it deadens off the wood or will ricochet away. Curveball, that's it for a strike. 2-1 the count. Howard with a very short lead at second base. I'm talking 5 to 8 feet, maybe. Shortstop Rogers trying to keep him close. The pitch comes home way high and inside. 3-1. Looked like Will Banks kind of lost the feel for that pitch when he threw it. He gets back up there working from the stretch. Checks the runner, brings it. Outside, ball 4, just missed up and away. So a hit batsman and a walk as first and second with 1 out for Briar Bobbitt. And looks like we'll have a pinch runner coming in for Edwards, and we will. It'll be Christensen. So Luke Christensen will take over at first base. Top of the inning brought to you by American Family Insurance agent Jonas Schaefer in the Crossroads, 729-5156. The pitch to Bobbitt, low and away. Slow, tantalizing curveball. Just didn't have enough oomph to make it to the plate. Gillum knocked it down. 1-0 the count. Howard at second. Christensen at first. A slow curve in for a strike. Hit batsman and a walk after a strikeout. 2 on, 1 out for the Salem Tigers. Top of the second inning. Pitch comes on to Bobbitt. Fastball, strike 2. A very low fastball. Umpire has a very generous strike zone, to say the least. Christensen a short lead at first. They're holding him on, so a lot of room on the right side. The pitch, swing and a miss. Bobbitt swung through the curve. Third strikeout for Will Banks. And standing in is Jackson Ralston. Two on, 2 out. We're in the top of the second. No score. Will Banks checks, brings it. Fastball first strike. Ralston took it. For Willow Springs in the second will be Moss, McCune, and Mansfield. Howard at second base. Christensen leads off first. The pitch, another curve, and another strike. And Ralston had the bat on his shoulder. That ball was right in his wheelhouse, but he was fooled by the speed of the pitch. 0-2. Pitch comes home, curveball, and a chop foul at the plate. Howard with a very short lead at second. He may not score on a base hit to the outfield. He's not getting much of a secondary lead as well as Will Banks looks in. Also in a big hole on the right side. That pitch comes in, line drive, caught by Rogers at second. It's by that shortstop. Well-timed little short leap. He was able to bring that one down, a line out to the shortstop to end the inning. No runs, no hits. A walk, a hit batsman, 2 left. We've now played an inning and a half. We go to the bottom of the second inning with Willow Springs and Salem. No score. We'll come back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Spring savings is going on now at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem. You can get up to 24% on select trailer and towing accessories. Go Joe Fast Towels, they're just $26.49 for the 130 count. Peak Bug Cleaner Windshield Wash, $4.49 for the 1 gallon size. Stop by Napa Auto Parts store at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard here in Salem.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMORadio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free.
To the bottom of the second we go. Bottom of the second brought to you by Willie Strader, Farm Bureau Insurance Agent in Salem. He's got you covered. 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, 573-729-4941. I'd like to thank our great sponsors making it possible for us to bring you Tiger Baseball, like On the Spot Auto Glass. You know what they do is write in their name. They change out your auto glass on the spot. And they do so with a smile on their face and making it easy on you. Check them out on Facebook if you've not heard of them or don't know enough about them, or call them 573-247-3608. On the Spot Auto Glass, a proud supporter, your Salem Tigers. It will be Ethan Moss to lead it off. He plays first base for the Bears, and fastball outside just a little bit high. Ball one, maybe just a little bit off the mark. June and Mansfield will follow that pitch. Strike on the outside edge. Moss, right-handed batter. Slightly open stance as the pitch comes home. Swing and a miss on a fastball up in the zone, about shoulder high. Tigers straight away for this hitter. They have him even at third and first. Deep at second and short, and straight away in the outfield. 1-2 pitch from Edwards. Time called first by Moss. We're in the second inning, bottom of the second. No score so far between Salem and Willow Springs. Edwards gets the sign and brings the pitch home. Here it is. Chopper towards Ralston. Knocks it down, picks it up, though the first base is in time. 1 out. 5-3 on the put out. And standing in is Chris McCune. Ralston knocked it down and stayed with it. McCune plays third base for the Bears. He's also a right-handed batter. Off the plate, Stan creeps up a little closer and take on Edwards' first pitch, which is a high fastball. Ball one. A few more clouds are now starting to enter the peripheral. Coming in off the west side on this Wednesday afternoon. 2-0 on that pitch in the dirt by Blake Edwards. And now Du Bois wants to talk to Blake. We're in the second inning with no score. 1 out here at the bottom of the second inning. 2-0 to count. June looks down at his coach. Gets back in. And the 2-0 comes home. Right down the middle, fouled off the pole. Light standard here. House rules say that ball at the pole is in play. Play it. They won't do that. But wouldn't that make the game interesting? 1 out. 2-1 to count. Bottom of the second inning as Edwards the sign brings it. Off-speed pitch in for a strike. He froze McCune, looking for something a little harder. 2-2 to count. Right-handed batter gets back in. Edwards ready, brings it home. Fastball, fouled it back. Good job by McCune to foul that one off. Had to reach for it a little bit. Too close to take, and he fouled it back. Gives himself another shot at it. So Edwards brings it, curve, and a chop towards third. Ralston barehands the throw to first base, gets by Bobbitt, and that'll be a base hit. Ralston barehanded that ball. The ball took a little bit of a turn on him, and then Bobbitt had his glove going the wrong way. Didn't have a lot of steam on it, did Ralston, and Bobbitt tried to field it with the glove facing down, and that's not going to work. Pitch comes home outside to Mansfield. Well, I want to change my mind and give the error to Briar Bobbitt. He should have caught that ball. Pitch comes in, a swing and a miss. 1-1 to count, one down. Runner at first base, that is McCune. Heck of a play by Jackson Ralston, who barehand that ball. Next one, low and outside. 2-1. McCune at first base, one down. Mansfield, their second baseman, crowds the plate for the right side as Edwards looks in, throws to first, and getting back is McCune. Right-hander Edwards looks in, the sign. The pitch, way high and outside, 3-1. One out, bottom of the second inning, no score. SCA play between the Tigers and Bears. The pitch, that's a strike, though, to second base is there, and does he hold on to the ball? Yes, he does. Tagged by Roy Stevens, and they got McCune trying to steal. 2-6 on the putout. The ball, Roy Stevens and the runner McCune all arrived at the same time. Stevens caught and was able to hold on to that as McCune slid into the tag, and there's two down. And a swing and a miss. Mansfield down on strikes. That's the third strikeout for Edwards, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, an error. A man trying to steal, and nobody left. Did not play two full innings. There is no score. We'll come back in a minute with the third inning. It's Salem nothing, Willow Springs nothing. Back in 60 seconds. Tiger baseball on KSMO Media.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the American Legion Post number 99, Looking Glass Salon, Salem Senior Center, and McCoy Vision Clinic, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
And welcome back to Willow Springs. We go to the third inning. Top of the inning brought to you as a courtesy of your friends at Jonas Schaefer and your American Family Insurance Agency in the Crossroads Shopping Center, 1104 South Main. Don't forget, there's discounts in a number of different ways. Being a good driver, senior discounts, or even bundling. Get in touch with Jonah, 729-5156. It'll be Hunter Cope to lead things off. He'll be followed by the top of the order, Silas Du Bois and Cade Moody. We have no score in this one. Salem yet to find a hit. Willow Springs yet to find a hit. But there have been a couple of errors, walks, hit batsmen. That's all happened. That one hits Cope. Took a changeup right on this first pitch, and that ball just hit Hunter right in the leg. And leadoff man is on. Cope. Silas Du Bois, who hit the ball the hardest of anybody. Hit a scorching one hopper that Joe Mansfield had to play. Gloved it, threw him out. It's a big hole in that right side. A lot of room in that right field corner if Silas can get it down that way. He shows bunt, and that ball goes back to the screen. Cope, a late start, throw to second base, and he's going to be out. He didn't slide. So Cope did not slide at all, and he is thrown out. 2-6. I don't know why Hunter did not slide unless he just thought it was an automatic. And not with this wood background here. 1-0 to Silas Du Bois. That one's low, 2-0. So a gift for the Salem Tigers erased. It's to Du Bois coming home. Curveball. A little bit low again, 3-0. Even with the bag at third. And Wilbanks brings it. That's low, ball 4. So Tigers should have 2 on, but they do not, as Cope trying to advance on a wild pitch is thrown out. 2-6 on the putout. Chase Rogers just nonchalantly just got the ball and put the tag on Cope, who was just kind of cruising into second base. So not quite sure why, but he was tagged out. Under first base, Du Bois the pitch to Moody. Du Bois going to the second base, not in time. The ball goes into center field. Du Bois with a stolen base. Moody took that one a little bit low. Hayden flew out to left field his first time. Mansfield trying to keep Du Bois close at second base. Big hole on that right side. The pitch to Moody. Curveball, strike on the outside edge. Du Bois with a short lead at second. Pitch. A high fly ball down the right side. That ball's going to drift foul with the wind blowing in. It'll push it even further foul. And it's 1-2. Braxton Wilbanks on the hill for the Bears. Runner at second, 1 out. 1-2 pitch to Caden Moody is on the way. And here it comes. High with a fastball. 2-2. Straight away in the outfield. The pitch. A swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt. Moody will go down to first base. Du Bois is not trying to advance. The strikeout is the 4th. And the put out 2-3. And Stevens will stand in. He struck out his first time up. So Ed Batsman and he's out trying to go to second base on a wild pitch. A stolen base by Du Bois after a walk. Now a strikeout of Caden Moody, and Roy Stevens will stand in. Right-handed batter, open stance, facing Braxton Wilbanks. Salem looking for their first hit, the pitch. There's a pop fly in the right field. Going back is Kaufman, and down the line, that ball's a fair ball. And it falls. Kaufman couldn't get to it. Stevens looking for 3 to throw to third base. They might get him. Nope, he got underneath the tag. Good job by Roy Stevens. He hit second base. And his coach was saying 3, and he got there on an RBI triple. It's 1-0 Salem Tigers. Ball right down the line. And with that wind blowing in, it kept blowing away from Hayden Kaufman, who ran about as hard as he could to get there. And in comes Du Bois. It's 1-0 Salem Tigers, and Corby Ball is at the plate with a runner at third, 2 down. Pitch, curveball, outside corner, first strike. Roy got underneath it, put it down that first base line. There's a high pop-up on the infield, called for by Mansfield, and he makes the catch to retire the side. The Tigers get 1 run on 1 hit. There was no errors, and there was 1 man left. We have now played 2.5 innings. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning with Salem Tigers leading it 1-0. We'll come back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Are you wanting to know what's going on in Salem? It's easy. All you need to do is subscribe to the City of Salem's Text Blast service. First, you need to text the number 855-435-4811. Then text the word CITY for all pertinent alerts and announcements for the city. For alerts concerning utilities, text the word utility. And if you're wanting to know about parks and recreation, just text the word parks. The City of Salem Text Blast service, 855-435-4811. Subscribe today.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Taxmasters, located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
Love to thank our sponsors that make it possible for us to bring you Tiger baseball and softball, like Legends Auto, 500 West City Girls Boulevard, 573-729-2884. Give them a call. Don't forget, with Easter coming up, you might still be able to get in and get that vehicle ready to go for that trip. That's Legends Auto, 500 West City Girls Boulevard in Salem at the corner of 3272 and MacArthur. Let them put your vehicle on the road safely. Standing in will be Grady Frigga, and then Braxton Wilbanks and Jace Rogers. We go to the top of the order. Third inning, we have a 1-0 Salem Tiger lead. Blake Edwards facing Frigga as the pitch comes home. A fastball outside corner for a strike. Frigga, right-handed batter, stands in. He is playing left field today. Slightly open stance. The pitch comes home and a grounder right back to Edwards. He takes it, flips it to Briar Bobbitt. 1 out, 1-3 on the put out. And standing in is Wilbanks. He grounded a short hopper to Jackson Ralston back in the first inning, and he booted it. And then could not throw out Wilbanks, who's got good speed. So 1 out. Wilbanks stands in. Right-handed batter, leadoff man for the Bears. The pitch comes home, and there's a grounder up the middle, and Stevens has it. The throw to first base in time. 6-3 on that put out. Chase Rogers will stand in. Chase. He bats from the right side. All the batters for the Bears are batting from the right side today. Another train going by. He also reached on there. That one by Kane Barrett. The pitch comes in. A curve, a dandy for a strike. Right at the knees. Straight away infield, straight away in the outfield for Rogers. Infield grass here now at Willow as the fastball comes in. A line drive to right, and that's going to get past Howard to go to the fence. Right down the line, and Rogers going to end up at third base as Howard gets it back in. That ball gets away, and he might try and score. No, he's going to pull up at third base with a 2-out triple. Howard's throw back in eluded Barrett. And so first hit, a triple for Rogers, will bring up Jacob Roberts. That ball was tagged right down the line. Howard knew he couldn't catch it, went to the corner of the ball, right in the very coffin corner here, Willow. And Roberts stands in. The pitch to him, a swing and a miss on a high fastball up on the inside corner. So Rogers ropes a triple down the right field line. 1-0 Salem. 2 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Pitch, curveball just outside. Bottom of the third brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Willie Strader, your agent. You know, when life's happenings happen, you need to be ready. Call Willie, 573-729-4941. The 1-1. Fastball outside corner for a strike. Knee high. Roberts struck out his first time with an off-speed pitch. Edwards brings it. Thrown away, gets by the catcher, Silas DuBois, but as I mentioned, not much room here, Willow, and Rogers elects not to try and score. 2-2 to count. DuBois the sign, Edwards ready, and the pitch comes home. Fastball struck him out, outside corner. He swings and misses, but he was off the edge, and the pitch by Edwards will be right on the black, and he strikes out Roberts to end the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. We have now played 3. It's the Salem Tigers with a 1-0 lead. We're going to come back in 1 minute. Coming up for the Tigers, it'll be Howard, Edwards, and Bobbitt in the 4th inning. Salem 1 and Willow 0. Back in a minute. Tiger Baseball, KSMO.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. Call 729-5761. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
And welcome back to Willow Springs, Missouri. Stan Stevens with you here. I want to thank Salem License Office for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. 1104 South Main Street, the Crossroads Shopping Center. You know, the new Real ID becomes real, and that will be on May 7th. So if you don't have one and you want to travel or go on a military base, you really need to have one. Find out how you can get one. 573-729-8305. Salem License Office, proud to be a supporter of your Salem Tigers. First pitch to Mr. Cash Howard, drifts outside, ball one. Next one comes home to him. Curveball, grounder towards second. Mansfield knocks it down, picks it up, throws the first, save! That'll be an error. Mansfield, that ball wasn't hit as hard, but it did take a little short hop at the end, but he gloved it, and it was kind of nonchalant on picking it up, which allowed Howard, who was running hard down the line, and he beat the throw. It'll be an error on Mansfield. And Blake Edwards will stand in. He shows a bunt pitch way outside. Blake looking to bunt. Pulled it back. 1-0 the count. Wednesday afternoon baseball from Willow Springs. Salem leading at 1-0. Pitch comes in. That's high again with an off-speed pitch. 2-0. Briar Bobbitt's on deck. Howard had been hit the first time he batted. With Edwards, he walked. Curveball up the middle it goes. That might be two. Out at second. And the throw to first. Out at first, a double play. Edwards hit the ball right where he shouldn't hit it. But he did, right up the middle, and it wasn't smoked. And then good job by Chase Rogers. He took his time, got that ball one step on the bag, and turned the double play 6-3. And that erases Howard. And there's quickly two down here in this, the top of the fourth. The meeting of the mound going on right now. So Briar Bobbitt will stand in. He struck out his first time up. Not really sure why there was a meeting after two are out, but far be it from me to know. Straight away for Bobbitt, who struck out his first time up. Had a chance with runners at first and second and couldn't get the job done. Fire has gotten the job done many times, though, especially going the other way. Right-handed batter takes one high. That pitch strike right at the knees on the outside corner. Umpire's been very consistent with that pitch. 1-1 comes home. Off outside, on the outside edge. That's 1-2. Here it comes, a curveball, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Strikeout is number 5 for Will Banks. No runs, no hits, an error, a double play, and nobody left. We've now played 3.5 innings. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning with Salem clinging to a 1-0 lead. We're going to come back in 1 minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Life is a series of moments. Big moments, small moments, moments you want to bottle up so they can last forever. At Edward Jones, we want to make the most of all of them. Whether you're planning for a trip of a lifetime, retirement, or just need some everyday advice along the way. That's why an Edward Jones financial advisor like me works with you to build strategies for today and tomorrow. Life is for living. Let's partner through all of it. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Leah Nash. Call me or Joe Brand at Edward Jones, 573-729-3831. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Is your back continually giving you pain? Do you constantly have headaches? Do you have numbness or tingling in your arms, hands, legs, or feet? These are symptoms, and they're a warning sign from your body. And if you'd like to know why they're occurring, Dr. Amber Duncan of Duncan Chiropractic can help. Her mission is to find the cause of the problem and correct it. Give Dr. Amber Duncan a call at 729-2321 or stop by 401 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
We're going to go to bottom of the fourth. Bottom of the fourth inning brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Willie Straight, your agent. If you have a question or two, get in touch with Willie, 573-729-4941 for renters coverage, for homeowners, life insurance, might even be business insurance. Get in touch with Willie. Again, 573-729-4941. Willie Strader, your Farm Bureau Insurance agent. It will be Kaufman, Jethro Gillum, and Ethan Moss. He's their cleanup man. Salem had a chance in that fourth inning. An error allowed Howard to reach, but Blake Edwards hit a custom tailor-made double play ball. Two hopper up the middle, right at the bag. Made it real easy on Chase Rogers, who fielded it, stepped on the bag, and threw out Blake. That killed that threat. First pitch comes in, a bunt attempt. Missed there by Kaufman. Ralston was playing back a little bit. He now cheats in on the grass here, Willow Springs. Made nice improvements to this field. It used to be all dirt field. You now have a nice typical baseball cutout with, though, grass down the side on the baselines like Salem does. 1-1 the count. Pitch to Kaufman, coming home. Here it is. Off-speed pitch for a strike. A straight change. Left it up a little bit, but Kaufman wasn't ready for that pitch. Thought it was going to be a high fastball. Right-handed batter gets back in. 1-2 the count. Leading it off here in the fourth. A pitch and a high fly ball to center field. Going back is Moody. He's there, and he makes the catch. Wind has died down from earlier today, and that ball actually got out in the right center pretty well, but Moody was able to track it down. About 10, 12 feet away from the fence. And Jethro Gillum will stand in. He's grounded out to second base his first time up. Pitch from Edwards, outside fastball. Just a little too far outside. 1-0 the count. Gillum grounded out to Barrett back in the first inning. Swing and a miss on that pitch. The upper part of the strike zone. 1-1. One out here in the fourth inning. Right-handed batter Gillum takes that one a little bit high and outside again. 2-1 the count. Bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Salem. An RBI triple by Roy Stevens. That pitch way outside. It's 3-1. Blake Edwards giving up one hit. Braxton Wilbanks has given up one hit. As the pitch comes home, strike two, knee high right down the middle. Full count on Gillum with Moss waiting on deck. And the pitch, high fly ball to deep left center field. Moody is back, waiting. He has it. Gillum flies out to center, this time left center. And there's 2 outs. And Ethan Moss will stand in. He grounded out to third his first time, and a fastball just outside low. Ball one. 2 down. We're in the 4th inning. 1-0 Salem. The pitch from Edwards. That's blown away. 2-0 to count. Moss playing first base today. The pitch. It's a little bit high. Did not get the call. 3-0. Moss waits. Edwards brings the next one in. That's high, ball 4. It's his first walk. And Chris McCune, who reached an error by Briar Bobbitt after a heck of a play made by Jackson Ralston, the third, barehanding the ball, but he couldn't get a lot of steam on it, and then Briar Bobbitt just kind of missed the ball. Probably floated over there like a knuckleball, and he missed it, went off his glove, or an error. There's 2 down, runner at first base. The pitch coming to McCune. That's a strike on the outside edge. In the 5th inning for Salem will be Ralston, Cope, and Du Bois. McCune takes a fastball high. Suddenly that pitch not a strike anymore. And it's 1-1. On the first base and back easily is Moss. They play McCune straight away. Ralston even with the bag at third. Bobbitt holds on the runner. First, that's Moss. Stepping off is Edwards. He gets back on the hill. 2 out. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch comes home. Pitch strike on the outside corner. Thread in the knees. 1-2 the count. Mansfield's on deck if McCune can keep it going. 2 out walk. Runner first base. Pitch comes home. Fastball. Strike call. Outside corner. 5th strikeout for Blake Edwards, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, a walk, 1 left. We've now played 4 full innings. It's the Salem Tigers 1, Willow Springs nothing. We're going to come back in a minute. Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
Insurance with a local agent? It's called service. Call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Every project is different, which is why Salem Truss uses modern engineering software to design, then construct quality trusses for your home, barn, or business. The size of the job doesn't matter, but the quality of the work does, which is why Salem Truss will deliver their trusses anywhere. Proud to support the Salem community, they're open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 to 4:30 and Friday from 7:30 until 11. For more information, call Salem Truss at 729-9276.
Welcome back to Willow Springs. Stan Stevens along with you here on this Wednesday afternoon. Glad to have you aboard. Cardinals won it today, 4-1. Took 2 of 3 from the Stros. Ars Newpar, the big 3-run homer in that game for the St. Louis Cardinals. They're 9-9 on the year. The whole Central Division kind of bunched up there with the Cubs, I think, leading the division right now. Standing in, it is Jackson Ralston. He takes it low and outside with a curve. Ralston, Cope, and Du Bois, the 8-9-1 hitters in the lineup. Salem with a 1-0 lead on RBI triple by Roy Stevens. Pitch way outside again, 2-0. Straight away for Jackson. Step behind third base for him. As the pitch comes in, an off-speed pitch is high and tight, and it's 3-0. A straight change that time, but Jackson not biting on it. Fastball down the middle. Kind of guided that one in. 3-1 to count. Ralston lined out to short his first time. Chops that one towards the Salem Tiger dugout on the third base side. And it's 3-2. Ralston leading it off. Salem with a 1-0 lead. They give him the left field line. The pitch in the dirt. Ball 4. That walk, the second walk, the Salem Tigers will make that the third walk the Salem Tigers have received. 3 walks and 2 hit batsmen. And Cope will stand in. Hunter to hit his first time up. Pitch comes into him. That ball almost hit him again. Barely missed scraping his helmet. Off-speed pitch. High and tight. He ducked down. That ball almost got him in the noggin. But it missed. There's a swing and a miss on a fastball inside. 1-1 to count. Ralston at first base for the leadoff walk. Cope. Batting from the right side. Pitch, slowing away, 2-1. 5th inning action here, Willow Springs. 1-0 Salem Tigers. From the stretch, Braxton Wilbanks brings it in. A swing, the ball gets away. Not a foul tip, but the ball gets away, but Ralston did not go. So 2-2 the count. Go back in. 2-2 pitch. Ralston a short lead at first. Pitch comes home. Curveball and a pop fly towards the Willow Springs dugout. Flagged down nicely by Ethan Moss. Moss had to reach almost in the dugout to get that one and didn't hit the fence. Pulled away and 1 out. Silas DuBois will stand in with a runner at first base. 1 out. Big hole in that right side. Kaufman gives him the right field corner. Plays him more out into straightaway right field. Silas hit the ball hard his first time up. Right to second base, but there's a little pop fly in a short left field, but it's going to be caught by Rogers. Tried to just loop it over Rogers' head and end up hitting a pop fly to short center that Rogers had no problem backing out getting, and there's quickly 2 down. Kane Moody will stand in. So leadoff walk, he's still at first base. Moody is struck out and flown out. Right-handed batter Cade Moody waits. The pitch off speed outside, ball 1 with a curve. For Willow in the 5th inning, it'll be Mansfield, Frick, and then the top of the order to Wilbanks. 1-0 Salem. Ralston at first base. They're not holding him on at all. The pitch way outside. That ball goes over the almost over the screen. Hit the plate and went way up on the top part of the screen. So the wild pitch puts Ralston down at second base. 2-0 count to Moody. Now pinch runner's going to go in for Ralston. Looks like Wayne Skidmore is going to go in. Skidmore, sophomore. He'll run for Ralston. 2-0 the count to Moody. Skidmore at second base with a short lead. Nobody holding him on. A curveball smashed towards the left field side. Fielded by Rogers. A throw across and getting away from the first baseman. He thought he had the ball and a run's going to score. Moss thought he caught it and Moody will be all the way to third base. That ball gets away. Moody's going to try and score. That throw coming home and he is saved. So the Tigers get 2 runs as Moody grounded one to deep short. Rogers' throw somehow eluded Moss. I want to give him a hit on that, but then the error on Moss and then an error on Rogers, who, well, I can't do that. Another error to allow the run to score to allow Moody to come all the way around and swing and a miss to Stevens. So the infield single, and then the error, 2 errors on first baseman, and a pop foul backing out of play. Moss thought he had the ball, so it went off his glove, and he didn't react very quickly. I think he thought he had him out. Then he looked at his glove, and it wasn't there. Pitch comes in, a curve, and strike three call to Roy Stevens. He's called out on strikes, but the Salem Tigers get 2 runs. They do so on one infield single, and they have nobody left. We have now played 4.5 innings. The score, the Salem Tigers 3 and the Willow Springs Bears nothing. We're going to come back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Progressive Ozark Bank's debit card is now ready for your smartwatch or phone. It's compatible with Apple Pay, Google Pay, and Samsung Pay. Just upload it to your mobile wallet and go. No more fumbling to find your card when you're in a hurry. Just tap and pay. Simple, easy, and secure. That's the progress of local banking. Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured. Where people matter.
Your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate, estate planning, probate, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
3-0 Salem Tigers as we come back to Willow Springs. Blake Edwards back on the hill. He'll be facing Mansfield, Frigga, and then Wilbanks. We're in the 5th inning. Tigers getting 2 unearned runs there in that top of the 5th inning. Moody with an infield single. That was a very bang-bang play at first base. The ball off the glove of Moss, and then he couldn't find it. Runner scored. It was Skidmore on that error, and then he threw high to third base, coming across, and that allowed Moody to score. A fastball a little bit low, ball 1. Joe Mansfield, our second baseman. He struck out his first time up. Fisher Edwards in a swing and a chop at the plate. Foul. 1-1. Another train going by here at Booster Field. 3-0 Salem Tigers. Pitch from Edwards comes home. Fastball outside, missed the corner. 2-1 the count. Blake, the sign from Du Bois, brings it. There's a chop towards third. Short hop to Ralston to throw to first base in time. 5-3 on the putout. Good job by Jackson to stay down on that one. The ball short hopped him. Couldn't get in time to take the big hop. And a throw right on the money to Briar Bobbitt. And Grady Frigga stand in. Frigga has tapped back to Edwards in his only plate appearance so far. 1 out in the pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner with a fastball. 1 run for Salem in the 3rd on triple by Roy Stevens. And there's a little pop fly in the right field, and Barrett can't get it. That's going to be a base hit. Ball just out of the reach of Kane Barrett. And a 1-out single, and Wilbanks will stand in. The Tigers scored after a 1-out walk and a triple by Stevens in the 3rd, and then with 2 down, a leadoff walk to Ralston. He was pinch run for by Skidmore with 2 outs, and then he went to second on a wild pitch and scored on the infield single, but he didn't really score on the single. He scored on the error on the throw, or attempted fielding of the throw. The throw wasn't a bad throw, but Moss could not field it cleanly. That made it 2-0, and then his throw wild to third allowed another run to score. Here's a ground ball in the hole. That's a base hit in the left field. Back-to-back singles by the Bears. And now Chase Rogers will stand in. He tripled down the right field line and reached an error by Barrett back in the first. The Bears threatening here. Salem up 3-0, but the Bears with 2 on, 1 out. Rogers gets in, right-handed batter. Tigers cheating up the middle looking for 2. The pitch comes home, fastball up and in. So Frigg, a little pop fly that Bear just couldn't reach. And a solid single to left by Wilbanks. 1-0 pitch from Edwards. Line drive, base hit into right field. Howard gets it back in, and they're going to bring the runner home to throw home, and not in time. An RBI single by Rogers to right field. So Frigga comes in to score, makes it 3-1. Runners at first and second. 3 straight hits by the Bears, and Jacob Roberts will stand in. He's struck out twice. Tony Edwards, Coach Tony Edwards, calls a mound meeting. Edwards had really limited Willow Springs for the first 4 innings, just 1 hit. Walked 1, and a couple guys reached on errors. But Frigga looped 1 into right field. Wilbanks grounded 1 hard to left, and then Rogers lined 1 into right field. Good job by Howard to get that ball in. There was a play at the plate, but Frigga made it in safely. And it's a 3-1 game. We are in the 5th inning. 1 out, 2 on. Roberts will stand in. Bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the inning brought to you by your friends at Farm Bureau Insurance. Willie Strader agent, 729-4941. From the stretch, Blake Edwards brings it. Fastball, chop foul. 0-1 the count to Roberts. Edwards has given up 4 hits. Salem has just 2 hits in the game, 1 of the infield variety. The other a triple by Roy Stevens, an RBI triple. On the stretch, the pitch, runner going to throw to third base, and he can't get the ball off his glove. Can Silas DuBois? It'll be a double steal. He had a play at third base on Wilbanks, but he could not get a good grip on the ball, and it's a stolen base, and that makes it 2nd and 3rd and 1 out. So Roberts with 1 out. Right-handed batter at the plate. Edwards trying to get out of this inning. Pitch comes home. High. 2-1 to count. Bottom of the 5th inning. Blake kind of losing a little steam out there. Trying to get Roberts. The pitch comes home, and the line drive in right center. That's a base hit, and that's going to tie the game at 3. That's going to go all the way near the fence. Howard will get it back in. It'll be a 2-run double for Jacob Roberts. It's a 3-3 game. And now it's a 3-3 ball game. And Dayton Coffin will stand in. So Edwards suddenly lost his mojo here. 3 for the Bears here in the bottom of this 5th inning, and all solid hits except for the first one. There's a ground ball towards Ralston. On a big hop, drops the ball. Drops the ball through to third base, and it's too late. So Coffin reaches on the error by Ralston and allows Roberts to get to third base. It's now 1st and 3rd. It's still only 1 out. And that error for the Salem Tigers, their 4th of this game. Ralston trying to rush things too much, dropped the ball, and then had no real play, trying to get the man at third. Didn't do that. Jethro Gillum stands in. He flew out deep to center his last time. Pitch, strike on the outside corner. 3-3 our score now. Bottom of the fifth, first and third, only one out. The pitch to Gillum coming home. It's way high. So to second base, cut off. Well, not cut off by Barron, but not trying to come home was Roberts. So it's second and third, and still only one out. 1-1 to count. Gillum at the plate, grounded out to second, flew out to center. Edwards brings it home. High fly ball to right field. Howard makes the catch. Throw comes home, and it's offline. Allows the man to go to third base, and Willow Springs has a 4-0 lead on a sacrifice fly. That's an RBI. Cobbin goes to third base as the man comes home to score. 4 runs here in the 5th inning for the Bears. All started with a ground out to third and a little pop fly base hit, but then Wilbanks, Robertson, Rogers all met squarely that ball in the face and drove it all over the park. Edwards trying to get out of this 5th inning. Man at third base, 2 down, the pitch comes home. Strike call. Moss walked and grounded out to third. He's the 8th man to bat in the inning. Blake Edwards trying to get out of this inning. The pitch comes home. Ground ball right back up the middle. Snared by Edwards. A good play. And that retires the side. 1-3 on the putout. But 4 runs scored on a total of 4 hits. There was an error. And there was 1 man left. We have now played 5 innings. It's Willow Springs 4, Salem Tigers 3. Back in a minute, it's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
It's officially home buying season and the market is heating up. Buying a home is a huge decision and where to get your home loan is just as important. Don't buy your home without checking into Riverways Federal Credit Union's great rates and service. Riverways is not for profit and has more ways to say yes, and you can apply in less than 5 minutes. Need a pre-approval to help seal the deal? We've got you covered. Get started at Riverways FCU today. Riverways Federal Credit Union, located in Rolla, Salem, and Cuba.
Let's meet the Town and Country Bank lending team. Andrew Wynn, Sammy Parker, and Doug Barnes. They're here to help you achieve your financial goals with personalized lending solutions tailored just for you. Whether you're looking to buy your dream home, expand your business, or pursue any other financial endeavor, the Town and Country Bank is committed to guiding you through every step. Stop by one of their 2 Salem branches and discover what hometown banking is all about. Town and Country Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 402782.
We have the top of the 6th inning. Salem down by a run, 4-3. Top of the inning brought to you by Jonah Schaefer, your local American Family Insurance agent. Make sure you take the time to review the assets of your home to make sure you got enough coverage. Call Jonah if you got questions, 729-5156. Jonah Schaefer, American Family Insurance agent. Proud to have Discount Bins be a supporter of Salem Tigers. Remember, they close down on Thursdays to restock, and then you'll find some extraordinary deals. Discount Bins on a chopper to third base to throw across. Gets Corby ball in time, 5-3 on 1 pitch. Discount Bins, 1201 Scenic Rivers Boulevard East. Give them a call if you have questions about how their operation works, 573-543-2113. Cash Howard has been hit by a pitch and reached on an error. He stands in. That pitch gets away from the catcher. Salem with only 2 hits in this game off Wilbanks. Howard waits the pitch way high and outside after the first one missed as well, 2-0. Edwards is on deck. Howard waits, the pitch comes home. That's in the dirt, ball 3. 3-0. Howard's been hit by a pitch and reached on an error by the second baseman. Left-handed batter Cash Howard. That bat way up high, brings it back down and takes a strike on a slow curve. Howard trying to get something started for the Tigers here in the 6th inning. That curveball in for a strike. It makes it 3-2. Howard right on top of that plate. The pitch comes in, a swing and a miss on ball 4. He got fooled on the 2 curveballs, and then that one came in, and it was an off-speed pitch down his feet, and he swings at it. And now there's 2 out here in the 6th inning. So Cash got fooled on that one. Edwards is in a double play and walked, and time called by the batter. Wilbanks threw it in anyway. Wilbanks with 2 down here in the 6th inning. Tigers 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 5th, but Willow got 4 in the bottom of that 5th inning. A swing and a miss by Edwards. Braxton Wilbanks, the right-hander, brings it. Curveball down, hit him. Curveball hit him in the foot. And Briar Bobbitt will stand in. Briar has struggled with the curveball. Now they're going to say no. They said that he intentionally put his knee in. One and one to count. Pitch comes home outside low. 2-1. We cannot see that Edwards actually did that. What he said, he put his knee out there, and a grounder foul toward the Tiger dugout. We are shielded by the umpire and the catcher, so couldn't see that. The umpire said it, and he brought him back after he got hit with a pitch. He said nope. Next one, curveball outside, 3-2. Briar Bobbitt is on deck if Edwards can get on. 2 down, nothing shaking here for the Tigers here in the 6th inning. The pitch to Edwards. That's high, ball 4. So he does reach on a walk. Second walk for Blake Edwards. And it'll be a runner. Coming in is Christensen. So Bobby, who struck out twice on curveballs, is back up. Christensen, short lead at first as Wilbanks, the right-hander, brings it to Briar. Here it comes. Outside low, goes back to the screen, and that wild pitch will put Christensen down there at second base. Tying run there for Briar Bobbitt. Wilbanks from the stretch, the 1-0. To Bobbitt. Fastball outside corner. Briar hasn't seen many fastballs on that one. Right on the outside edge. Christensen at second. The 1-1 to Bobbitt from Wilbanks. They throw back to second, but not much on that one by Wilbanks as he didn't twirl and throw. He stepped back and tried to throw, and it's all arm and shoulder. 1-1 to count. Pitch to Bobbitt. Curveball outside, gets through the catcher, and Christensen couldn't see it. He stayed at second base. So Christensen could not see that ball go through the catcher. Gillum. Wow, with a 2-1 count. Hit the line drive down the right field line. That ball is fair. That ball's going to tie the game at 4-4. Bobbitt goes for second base. He'll pull up with a double, and this game is tied. He drilled it down the right field line. They keep throwing him outside. Briar finally got a fastball out there, and he belted it down the right field line. Cobbin got it in as quickly as he could, but we're tied at 4-4. And now Jackson Ralston stands in with Bobbitt at second base. Wilbanks, the pitch, curveball in for a strike. was at the plate. I think I'd be looking for the curveball when I got up there. At least that first or second pitch. Next one, curveball and a pop fly on the infield. Reaching for it was Ralston and caught there by the third baseman, Chris McCune. But the Salem Tigers score a run, an RBI double by Briar Bobbitt. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and there is 1 man left. We have now played 5.5. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning with the score, the Salem Tigers 4 and the Willow Springs Bears 4. We're going to come back in 1 minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for the Missouri way of life. We're for worrying less about the what-ifs and more about the why-nots. We're for checking off your bucket list and then making a new one. For starting a family, a business, a tradition. And if you find yourself starting over, we're here for that too. We're for building a life in Missouri and then going out and living it. And when it comes to making sure everything you've built is protected, we're for you.
I'm Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're in Dayton County, I've got you covered.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Country Mart. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available and clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop at a store for your favorite items, then tell them your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan the QR code on the in-store flyer to learn more and start saving more today.
So Roy Stevens will take over on the hill for the Salem Tigers. Kane Barrett will move over to shortstop. And Edwards will go to second base. 4-4 our score. Big RBI double by Briar Bobbitt with 2 outs. So Edwards here in the bottom of the 6th is at second. Barrett here in the bottom of the 6th moves over to short. And Stevens in the bottom of the 6th goes to pitch. Edwards, 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Tigers committed 4 errors behind him. That did not help. So Stevens will take over. He will have McCune, Mansfield, and Frigga here in the 6th inning. So McCune, Mansfield, and Frigga. Out of the inning brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Willie Strader. If you have questions about any types of insurance, get in touch with Willie at 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard or call 573-729-4941. Stevens brings the first one in, a foul back on a fastball, down and in. Not a lot of hits in this game. Salem Tigers have just 3 hits, Willow 5. We're tied at 4-4. Stevens ready. Boy brings the next one in, a fastball in the outside corner for a strike. 0-2. McCune has reached on an error and struck out. Stevens ready, and the next one comes in, a fastball, and he struck him out. Tailing up and in. McCune swung through it, first strikeout for Stevens. Mansfield is grounded out to third and also struck out. Facing Roy Stevens for the first time, the pitch. Chop foul up on the screen here in Willow Springs. They have some netting that is above the spectator areas on both the first and third base sides, above the fence. Otherwise, chain link fence behind the plate. Fastball just missed outside. 1-1. Frigga waits on deck. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Stevens brings home the next one. Fastball outside. 2-1. Sign from Du Bois. Here comes Stevens, brings the next one in. A foul back, one right again on the hands of Mansfield. 2-2 to count, one out, bottom of the sixth inning. Salem with runs in the first. Salem with a run in the third, 2 in the fifth, 1 to 6, and Willow 4 runs in the fifth. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out with a fastball. And Frigga will stand in. He's singled. Little pop fly into right field back in the fifth inning, and he also grounded back to Edwards. Ball had just eluded Dean Barrett's glove, and there's a swing and a miss, a late swing. The Salem Tigers in the seventh will be Hunter Cope and then Silas Du Bois and Caden Moody. 0-1 to Frigga. Grounder right back to Stevens. He has it. He's going to run to the bag himself. He does. One unassisted to retire the side. And in order goes the Willow Springs Bears in the sixth inning, and we go to the seventh inning with this game knotted up at a 4-4 score. We're going to come back in 1 minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
In a world where everything is digital, your payments should be too. Time is precious. Digital payments provide a quick and simple way to make secure purchases. The Bank of Salem recognizes the need for digital payment convenience and is excited for you to enjoy a new way to pay. We now support Apple Pay, Google Pay, Fitbit, Garmin, and MasterPass. To enroll, call or stop by either Bank of Salem location today and let us help make your shopping experience easier. Message and data rates may apply. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem, they're having their spring savings sale going on now. You can get Super Clean Cleaner Degreaser starting at just $8.79 each. Royal Purple Chemicals, they're starting at $11.99 each. And Peak All Vehicle Antifreeze and Coolant in the 1 gallon size starting at $13.69 each. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store. They're at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
We welcome you back to Willow Springs. We're in the seventh inning in this tight ball game. Bears 4, Tigers 4. A 2-out walk by Wilbanks came back to burn him in the sixth inning as Fire Bob had doubled home the tying run. So now it'll be Hunter Cope, Silas Du Bois, and Caden Moody to face Wilbanks here in the seventh inning. He's gone all the way for the Bears. 1-1 are the Bears in SCA play. Salem 3-0. And Bears in the seventh inning will have the top of their order. Wilbanks, Rogers, and Roberts. 4-4 our score. Dan and Barry is going to grab a bat and bat for Hunter Cope. Dannon. Cope was 0 for 1 with a hit batsman. Not sure the Willow Springs Bears coach is questioning here. You can pinch hit for your DH. DH is then replaced. So Barry, tall right-handed batter, waits to face Braxton Wilbanks. And the first pitch comes in. Curveball outside, ball one. Wilbanks has thrown a lot of off-speed pitches today. And he brings this one home. That fastball is high. It's 2-0. Straight away for Barry. In all fields and on the infield. Pitch comes home. Outside. Dan has started to go. Is held back. It's 3-0. Leadoff man for the Salem Tigers. Dan and Barry at the plate. Pitch comes in. Guides it in for a strike. Did Wilbanks. Barry taking all the way. 3-1 to count. Leadoff man for the Tigers here in the seventh. Another guiding pitch, and that's, tough call on Dan and Barry. A ball that was fielded in the dirt. When you're 6'6", there's no way that could have been at the knees, but the umpire called it that way. So it's a 3-2 count. The pitch comes home. That ball's in the dirt. Ball four. A leadoff walk for Barry. I think it made Wilbanks throw an extra pitch there. The other one a little bit short. Now, Silas DuBois 0 for 2. He's walked. He hit the ball hard at the second base. He's popped out to the shortstop, Chase Rogers. They go on the right side. See if Silas can pull the ball. Shows bunt. The ball hit him. The umpire did not say that. Did not say. So now he's going to call it a strike. Well, first, he pointed to first base. Why would you point to first base if you're going to call it a strike? Anyway, Silas committed. Looked like he committed to me. And then the ball hit him. But the umpire pointed to first base, and Silas went down there. Okay. So the boys with a strike. Pitch comes in. He shows a bunt, takes it high. 1-1. It's a big hole on the right side. Barry leads off. Throw over there, and he's back. Wilbanks has gone all the way for the Bears. We're in the top of the seventh inning. Nobody out. Man at first base for the Salem Tigers. You're tied 4-4 if you're just joining us. Pitch comes in. DuBois bunts it towards third. Fielded there and thrown by McCune for the out, but the sacrifice is good. And the lead run is over at second base for Cade Moody and Roy Stevens. Moody 1 for 3 in this game, and an infield single on the ground ball in the hole. Rogers got to it and his throw to first. Somehow eluded Moss, and then the Tigers were able to score 2 as Moody raced all the way around on 2 errors by the Bears back in the 5th inning. Pitch is up and in, ball 1. Barry at second base to pitch. Moody takes a strike. Rogers trying to keep Barry close at second. So there's a big hole on the left side and the right side. Pitch comes in. Caden takes a strike. And it's 1-2. 1 out. Barry at second base. Wilbanks brings it. The high fly ball on the left field. Frigga there makes the catch. 2 down. Moody on a high pitch, chased it, and got underneath it and flew out. And now Roy Stevens is in. He's got an RBI triple in the game. Lead run is at second base. 2 down. Pitch to Stevens, foul straight back. Roy tripled down the right field line his last time. They give him right center. The 0-1 pitch from Wilbanks. The dirt gets away, and Barry not going to third now. He sees the ball way too late. Well, the Tiger players at second base are not watching the catcher and the ball. Twice now the ball's gotten away, and they have not been able to advance. Hope that doesn't come back to haunt Salem. Wilbanks steps off. And now going out to talk to him is Gillum. Off-speed pitch in the dirt. Got away, and Gillum had to chase it down. That's the worst part. Didn't come right back to him. It went up the third base line, and Barry's still at second base. Stevens at the plate. 1-1 count. Pitch from Wilbanks. Outside low. Gets away again. Barry now goes to third. Off-speed pitch, and on the pass ball. That one Gillum's fault. He tried to backhand the ball and it trickled off his glove. Not very far, but far enough. And now the coach comes out to talk to his hurler and the infielders. about this situation. 2-1 to count, 2 down. Lead run at third base. 7th inning here at Willow. 4-4 ball game. Salem will be home to face Waynesville Tigers Friday. 4:30 game time at Salem High School Baseball Field Complex. We'll have that game on KSMO Radio, AM 1340, FM 95.7, and also online, video streamed online at KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube. So it looks like he's going to make a pitching change here in the middle of the count and bring in McCune. He must have reached his pitch limit. So Chris McCune will come in. I can only speculate on that. The 6 2/3 innings. A total of 3 hits for the Salem Tigers. 4 runs. 2 of them earned. So McCune, top of the 7th, coming in to pitch. Braxton Wilbanks looks like he's going to the outfield. So Wilbanks, 6 2/3 innings. 3, 4 walks, had 7 strikeouts, and did hit 2 men. He'll be facing Roy Stevens with a 2-1 count. 4-4 our score. Salem a 1 run in the 3rd inning. That on RBI triple by Stevens. They got 2 more in the 5th. That, a walk, leadoff walk, an infield single, 2 errors, and that allowed 2 more runs to score, make it 3-0. 4-3 after 5 innings as Willow got 4 runs in the 5th. Salem got 1 run in the 6th inning on an RBI double by Briar Bobbitt. 2-1 to count. McCune at the plate. Pitch, swing and a miss. Two to count. McCune facing Stevens, the pitch, low and away, gets away, and Barry hesitated, and now he's in a whole lot of trouble. Now the throw gets away, but he's no advancement. Dan Barry twice now has hesitated on opportunities, and then almost got caught in no man's land. The obvious thing is one as a base runner is to be ready to go at a split-second notice. The Tiger base runners today have not been that. 3-2 the count. Pitch to Stevens, and a foul. Well, maybe not. It's on the infield. I can't see the ball here. And the ball caught by McCune, and that retires the side. McCune gets out of the inning with no runs, no hits, a walk, 1 man left. We have now played 6.5 to the bottom of the 7th we go. We're tied 4-4 back in 30 seconds. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free. Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem Community Center at the Armory, Aranda's Mexican Restaurant, and Taxmasters, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Town Screen in Salem.
I want to thank our friends at Technology Junkyard for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6. Get with Chris and find out about all the services he can offer. He has refurbished computers and monitors and other electronics that might be of interest to you. Stop on by Technology Junkyard, 37,228 Highway 72, or call 573-453-0418. Technology Junkyard, proud to support your Salem Tigers. Bottom of the inning brought to you by Willie Strader, Farm Bureau Insurance. Remember, they've got you covered, and they're perfect for the small business community. Farm Bureau Insurance. Braxton Wilbanks laid off. Chase Rogers and then Jacob Roberts are all on deck. 4-4 our score. Wilbanks has reached on a base hit and an error, and he's grounded out. He's 1 for 3 today. He has also scored a run. 0-1 the count. Stevens trying to shut down the Bears here. Fastball swing and a miss. Braxton gets back in. 0-2 the count. Stevens gets the sign from Du Bois and brings it home. Here it is in the dirt, and it goes all the way back past Du Bois. I'll try to overthrow that fastball a little bit. 4-4 our score. No room for error here. Getting back in is Wilbanks. Nobody on, nobody out. The 1-2 pitch and a line drive right at the second baseman off his glove. Picked up, throw by Edwards wildly, and then the runner and Briar Bobbitt collide. So Edwards, a line drive right at him. He bobbled it, then threw it wildly, and it'll be an error to start out this 7th inning. That will be the Salem Tigers' 5th error of the game. Ball was hit right on the money by Wilbanks, but right at Edwards, who had the ball come out of his glove. It fell to the ground, and then he threw poorly to first base. So Chase Rogers will stand in. He is 2 for 3 tonight, a fastball in the outside corner. So Wilbanks at first. He's the winning run. Stevens looks in to Du Bois. Checks the runner. Not going. A swing and a miss on a high fastball, and it's 0-2. Stevens looks over. Checks from the stretch. The pitch. Fastball and a grounder foul down the first base line toward the Willow Springs dugout. Offensive swing by Rogers. 0-2 the count. No chance for a double play unless the ball's hit up the middle right to the shortstop. As Edwards way over in the hole over right field. Fastball just misses outside. 1-2. Rogers gets back in. Stevens rings it. Curveball high. Tried to change the pace of that, but it kept it up. Stevens on the hill. It took over for Edwards back to start the 6th inning. 2-2 pitch. A high foul off to the right side. A late swing again by Rogers. He stays alive. Stevens, a right-hander, back on the hill. Wilbanks, a short lead at first. Not going. And a swing and a miss on a high fastball. Rogers down on strikes. 3rd strikeout for Roy. And Jacob Roberts is on deck. And now he's going to stand in. Roberts now at the 3rd base slot. He has doubled and struck out twice. His double brought in 2 back in the 4th inning. There's a little fly ball, short center field, and that's going to fall in front of Moody for a base hit. He was jammed and popped a little loop fly into center field. It's 1st and 2nd with 1 out for Dayton Kaufman. Winning run at second base. A good pitch. Didn't hit it very hard, but he got in the right spot. Barrett started to go back after it, but it was too far out in center field, and Moody came in and could only field it on a short hop. Ball wasn't hit very high. Wilbanks is the winning run. He's at second base. Pitch to Kaufman, right down the middle with a fastball. Strike one. All started with an error. 4-4 our score. We're in the bottom of the seventh inning. The Bears threatening here. The pitch. Chop off the plate. That's a high chop. Stevens gets it. Did not go to third. Instead went to first. And that'll move the runners up to second and third. 1-3. Good job by Roy, but he had a play at third. But I don't know if anybody was calling him. He took the safe place, and now Jethro Gillum will stand at the plate. He says sacrifice fly. And he is also blown out to center and grounded out to second. The pitch, a chopper up the middle, and Barrett gets it. The throw to first base is in time. Or did they call him safe? Briar Bobbitt was off the bag, and he went to reach for the bag on the throw, and that's it. And they called him safe. And that, an error on Bobbitt, because that is not a hit. And the Willow Springs Bears beat the Salem Tigers by a score of 5-4. Barrett did everything he could, threw the ball right on the money, and for whatever reason, Briar Bobbitt was not on the bag and then stepped for it. And as they ruled, tie goes to the runner. Anyway, Gillum got down there in a hurry, and the Bears win it on a couple of errors by the Salem Tigers here in the seventh inning, and they fall to the Bears by a score of 5-4. Salem now 3-1 in the SCA. The Bears now 2-1 in the SCA. One run on one hit, two errors, and two men left. The Bears win it by a score of 5-4. We're going to take a 2-minute break, come back. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for road trips. We're for covering as much ground as possible on 2, 4, or 18 wheels. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, pickup trucks, and dump trucks. We're for displaying Missouri plates like medals of pride. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck behind a tractor on a 2-lane highway. And if you're a Missouri driver, we have an auto policy for you.
I'm Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're in Dayton County, I've got you covered.
Have you checked out the Country Mart website at www.tcmarkets.com? If not, you really need to. You'll find their weekly specials, coupons, inside the store information, and also tasty recipes from TC Markets on there as well. Plus, don't forget to like Country Mart's Facebook page. Like or comment on it for a chance to win something from the deli, and the winner will be announced on Wednesday each week. Just another reason to shop at Country Mart in Salem.
Spring is in the air. It's time to organize your finances, and at the Bank of Salem, we are here to help. From checking and savings accounts, certificate of deposits, IRAs, loans, and even safe deposit boxes, we've got you covered. Come in and let one of our friendly employees help you get organized. The Bank of Salem, neighbors serving neighbors since 1883. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Farming's hard. To feed the world, farmers have to work the land, brave the elements, and fight the battle against weeds. Weeds reduce crop yield, so prices go up and everybody gets less to eat. But 50 years ago, farmers got a new tool to fight weeds, glyphosate. It kills weeds while protecting the harvest. Time and again, it has been approved by the EPA and by leading regulatory bodies around the world. It helps enable practices that reduce erosion and keep soil healthy, which is good for the earth. Farming's hard, but it's a little easier with glyphosate. Learn more at go.bayer.com/glyphosate. Paid for by Bayer.
Well, welcome back to Willow Springs. A heartbreak here for the Salem Tigers as two more errors in the seventh inning allow the Willow Springs Bears to win this game 5-4. An error by Blake Edwards on a line drive hit right at him. He had the ball pop out of his glove, fell to the ground, and then he threw poorly to first base. And that allowed Braxton Wilbanks to reach. Rogers struck out. Jacob Roberts fought off a good pitch by Roy Stevens and looped into center for a base hit. First and second. Then a chopper back to the mound by Dayton Kaufman allowed the runners to reach second and third as Roy Stevens did not go to third base. He had a play there, but I don't know if Jackson Ralston called for it. Anyway, he threw the first, got that man out. And with runners at second and third, Jethro Gillum hit a grounder up the middle that Kane Barrett got through to first base with plenty of time to get the runner, but Fire Bobbitt was not on the first base bag, and then he reached for it with his foot, not in time according to the umpire, and that allows the Bears to win it by a score of 5-4 in that unearned run in the seventh inning. What a catastrophe of different things that can happen in one inning, but it kind of happened in this whole game. We had all kinds of different things happen with not many hits in this contest. Salem Tigers had 3 hits. The Bears had 6. But, boy, I tell you what, there's some of those errors again. The Salem Tigers looked like they'd gotten out of their system up in Owensville, and then against the Licking Wildcats, they all came back to haunt them today as they finished the game with 6 errors, including the game-losing error in the seventh inning, and that's just a hard one to swallow. Stevens, the loser, going 1 2/3 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. It was unearned, no walks and 3 strikeouts. And while McKeon comes on and gets 1 batter out, but he gets the win for the Bears after Will Banks went 6 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 2 hit batsmen. Blake Edwards, star of the Tigers, went 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. But he had a disastrous 5th inning when just couldn't get anybody out after a Frigga looping pop fly that fell in the right field. Then Wilbanks, Rogers, and Roberts teed off on him and hit line drive singles. And then the one double brought in 2 runs. And that made it a 4-3 game. And then an error on Ralston allowed the game to runner to get to third base, and then he comes home on a sacrifice fly by Jethro Gillum, and that ties the ball game. So, good game. If you're a high school fan, it's this kind of typical high school game. Not a lot of hitting in this one, but in the innings that we did have it, there was a lot of excitement in there. We had 2 triples in the game. We had doubles. We had RBIs, hard hit balls. We had little choppers off the hill. We had all kinds of stuff in this one, but it goes to the Bears by a final score of 5-4. Jacob Roberts had a couple of RBIs on a deep double back in the 5th inning. Bears got RBIs from Rogers as well as Gillum. Salem Tigers got RBIs. Roy Stevens tripled in a run. Briar Bobbitt doubled in a run. And then they got another run. Bobbitt doubled in that run in the 6th inning. And they also got 2 runs on an error, actually 2 errors, by their first baseman, Ethan Moss, back in the 5th inning. So 2 RBIs to Salem Tigers in the game. Bobbitt and Stevens on that. Nobody really dominated in this game, and have to just say it was a fairly even game, so the score is pretty indicative of what happened. But the Tigers had a couple opportunities to take bases on balls that got past their catcher Gillum, and they did not take them. Did it make a difference in the game? Can't really say so, but you never know unless you get up to that base, and so a couple opportunities might have been missed there by the Salem Tigers in this contest. They fall to 7-3-1 on the year and 3-1 in the SCA. They will be hosting Waynesville on Friday, 4:30 at home. We'll have that game on KSMO Radio, 1340 AM and 95.7, and also video streaming it on KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube. Our girls are at Thayer tomorrow. 4:30 game time for them. Good luck to Coach Woody and the Lady Tigers. Come off a win over Licking, 15-11 yesterday. And then our boys game at Thayer, that was supposed to be at Thayer Monday, will be played in Salem because of the damage done to the Thayer field. That game will be at 4:30. And again, we'll have that one on KSMO Media. We'll video stream that one, as well as have it on KSMO Radio AM 1340 and FM 95.7. Again, starting at 4:30, 4:15 with Tiger Talk and Coach Tony Edwards. So the Tigers lose at 5-4 in the bottom of the 7th inning to Willow Springs Bears. And again, they fall to 7-3-1 on the season. For Sally and Ben back at the station, my name is Stan Stevens. Thanks for joining us for Tiger Baseball here from Willow Springs. Not the way we wanted to turn out, but the Tigers had chances. but the Bears capitalized on the errors, and they win it 5-4. Have yourselves a great evening. I hope you enjoyed the Cardinal win today, and we'll be back with you again on Friday when we take on the Waynesville Tigers 4:30 from the Salem High School Baseball Field Complex. Until then, have a great evening and good night from Willow Springs.
Thanks for joining us on KSMO Media for Salem Tigers Spring Sports. Brought to you by Town & Country Bank, Farm Bureau Insurance, Country Mart, The Bank of Salem, Napa Mooney Auto Supply, Town Screen LLC, Tax Masters, Town & Country Insurance, City of Salem, Southwest Baptist University, Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, Riverways Federal Credit Union, Salem License Bureau, Jet Tire and Auto, Legends Automotive, LLC, Discount Bins of Salem, American Family Insurance, Looking Glass Salon, Candy Mink and Katie Carty, Flying W Boutique, New Life Auto, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center, Inc., United Country Salem Realty, Babette Wells, Broker Owner, On the Spot Auto Glass, Hubs Tire Center, Technology Junkyard, Prevention Coalition of Dent County, K&H Auto Supply, your world today. Join us next time for Salem Tiger Sports on KSMO Radio.